Good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday, May 19th, 2026. My name is Don Swanker. I'm going to call the Jackson County Board of Supervisors meeting to order. To my left, I have Mike Steinis. To my right, I have Nin Flegel, Bjorn from IT, Lisa from the auditor's office, Brittany on the virtual press box. And first up, we have visitors and citizens. Is anybody online or in the gallery today that would like to address the board for something not listed on the agenda? Hearing none, we'll move on to Becca from zoning. Hello, you guys have been busy.
We have been busy, yes. The biggest item I wanted to bring to your attention is the High Density Computing Facilities Ordinance Draft, or HDCF. That is a term we've been using for large-scale data processing facilities, including data centers and similar intensive computing operations that may have significant impacts related to electricity demand, water use, noise, cooling systems, site security, infrastructure, and overall land use compatibility. The Zoning Commission has spent a significant amount of time reviewing and discussing the draft, and at this point, they feel they have done about as much as they can from the commission level. They would like to invite the Board of Supervisors to a joint work session at the next meeting so the board can review the draft with them, ask questions, and give direction before it moves any further in the process. I also plan to send the current draft to the county attorney's office today for preliminary legal review. My goal is to have that review completed or at least underway before the joint work session so the board and commission are not spending time on language that may need legal adjustment.
Awesome.
When's the next meeting?
June 15th, 7 p.m.
Yep.
I
I think I can make that, I think. So.
No, I seen the draft. I mean, I just printed it up, but I skimmed it and I see there's some special highlighted areas that were added. Is that what
The special highlighted areas are specific legal review as well as just.
I know I've been sending you a few things from Wisconsin when they're having big meetings. That's in the paper, and some of the things that they're really discussing as far as water, electricity, and such, and limits and whatnot. So yeah, it's tough to decide where to go, but certainly we need to review it.
Yeah. Cool. I was looking through it. Is there any verbiage? I know our power lines have max capacity, and there's an average daily usage, and they're trying to use up a majority of the gap capacity of what's not being utilized. I didn't see in there, is there anywhere where it kind of sets a reserve of, let's say if you got 100,000 megawatts is your max capacity, and on average we use 25 megawatts, that leaves 75,000 in capacity. Is there anywhere that prevents them from using 73? And so if anybody else jumps on the grid, it can't handle it and it all needs to be upgraded? Or does it leave a buffer of so much?
We didn't put anything specific in there like that. And everything, we tried to keep it as land use as possible. I can check into the buffer.
Well, just to look, because, some of the factories we get, they have use, but maybe it's not a large capacity where they need 5 or 6 megawatts or what, and those wattages are all wrong. I'm just using an example for all the literal people out there in the land that were like, well, that doesn't make,
even if it's just in the area and you get 3 new homes and farmsteads and grain drying facility and if they're using up
most of
anything
capacity
that's left, then that kind of prohibits that too.
Right.
There is some parameters in there as far as usage and
With
what they
getting
have
the
to,
statement, the load statement, and
usage and what they can do, and after they have to re-support their own. So there's some legislation not in this state, but that says they have to bring their own power. So I don't know
yes,
how
and
that
there's
works,
that,
but and then it conflicts with state laws that say you have to hook up to electrical service. So yeah, it's an issue.
I just want to make sure we're not just stifling ourselves. Because if you use up all remaining capacity, that really limits any growth, whether it be agricultural, industrial, or commercial, or whatever. I just want to make sure there is some kind of reserve capacity. I don't know quite how to do that, but
And we are asking for a load confirmation letter, so that could maybe possibly fall into that.
Right.
Like give a buffer so that it. we
Or
know
at
that-
least the commitment from the electrical company that says if by chance something else, you know, usually the problem is the response time to upgrade is measured in years,
Right.
Mhm.
which no development will be like, oh, 5 years, yeah, sounds great. No, it's,
They're gonna
they're
be
going
on to
somewhere
somewhere
else and
else.
we lose out. And so that's where, you know, it kind of kills progress. Not that we have a lot, but we don't want to kill anything that might come our way. And that's where I just want to make sure we have some kind of buffer against that.
Well, obviously AI and all this is coming. That's what it's going to be. And we get behind the 8 ball. I get it. I understand the people that objected also, and I'm in some of them same boats on both sides. So it's yeah, it's something we really need to study.
Mhm. For sure.
Right. You know, you were at the meeting too that Josh had over here. He seemed like he had a lot of information on it too, as
Yeah.
far as, yeah.
Both of those lunch and learns were very informative, I thought.
But
Appreciate
I
the
mean,
depth
yeah, the
there too.
big concerns to me would be, like Don said, the electrical and even the water cooled facilities with, and I talked to you before about this on having mom and pop's well now be dry because this big facility came in and
Right. And that's
like the
been,
closed loop systems that he
Yes.
talks about in our zoning ordinance or potential or the draft ordinance that it goes on. We want to protect what we got. I mean, you know,
definitely.
because if they drill down, you know, 1,000 feet and start sucking up all the water and drying up all the shallower wells, that's detrimental to our agricultural base that we have. So
Right. And already we know the public concerns are same, electrical, water, noise.
Yeah.
We're trying to address everything.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. So would you send an invitation out to us
I
or
will.
coordinate with Lisa to get it on our calendar?
Yeah.
And
I did look, that's why, did you want to make it, it already is on the calendar for. looks
just
like
a flashing banner,
June-
don't forget, mandatory
It's a joint meeting? I guess that's my question, because I have it on the calendar, it's anybody can go, but is it considered a joint meeting or?
Joint work
Yes.
session.
Yeah, joint meet, and we want to be able to speak. I would like to be able to speak or at least have the opportunity to.
Yeah.
you know.
So I need to put it on the joint,
Yeah.
we'll work together, but let's put it on as a joint meeting.
Perfect.
Okay,
Sounds
sounds
good.
good.
Are you hosting or are we hosting a joint meeting?
Well, this room ain't gonna be big enough.
No, and I'm not saying, that's not a logistical question. That's not a logistical, where are we having it? That is a logistical, who's running the meeting? Are you guys or are we? So that's a question.
I would say it's a zoning meeting,
Yeah.
yeah, but, yeah, so,
But it's joint.
yeah, so,
I don't.
yeah,
Are
think
we
about
co-hosts?
Let's co-host.
I really appreciate the work the zoning board did with this, because this is not easy. And this is one of the hardest things. There was an article yesterday from Clinton County again. This is not easy to approve and to address these situations and get it right.
Well, you look at what the zoning
Never
board
get it right.
in the last 3 years, they've done wind, they've done this, they still have solar and battery storage are still coming down the pipe, all of which, I mean, this is my,
they're
I
major.
can honestly host an appreciation.
Yeah.
for- So,
They've done a really good job and they bring up a lot of good points and they don't always agree, but they've done it really well.
yeah, so it is.
Pass our thanks on to them anyway, because that's the job.
And it's
And it
TV.
doesn't pay very well.
Now, they do mention that now and then. Yeah.
But anything else for us?
That's it.
Awesome, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Ruth from the Veterans Affairs Office. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. I just have kind of a quick update, as usual. So we, in April, again, we were busy. I feel like I say that every time I come in here, we're really busy. We checked the status of 37 open claims. There were 29 decisions made, in April, so that's quite a few. 2 partial decisions. We submitted kind of just 3 updates to the VA. 8 new claims were filed. 7 appeals, 6 intent to files, 4 healthcare applications, and 2 eligible dependent benefits. We had a total of 215 interactions, 101 phone calls, 33 emails, 49 in-person visits, faxes, mailings, notes on claims. Our secretary answered 37 phone calls and helped with 35 clients that came in. In March, we had a total of 436 veterans and or their eligible dependents receiving $892,281 in benefits. We filed 70% of the claims for April that are open in the county. Again, that number is really an estimate because I cannot see every claim open in the county. I can only see the ones for which I have cross accreditation with their representative. So there could be more claims in the county than what I can see. So, but what I can see, we filed 70% of them. I just did a comparison because I was curious. So I compared March of 2025 to March of 2026 county award report. There are an additional 17 veterans receiving benefits and 6 dependents. We lost 2 survivors pensions and 1 veteran pension. And since that time in March of 2025, there have been $93,852 in benefits added to the veterans or their dependents in the county. Obviously, not all due to our office. We don't file every claim, but we're just pleased to see the growth in the number of veterans and their dependents that are receiving benefits and the increase in the benefits that are, that are being received.
Well, if I can, I know you can log on to va.gov and you can start your own claim and all that kind of stuff, but I would really implore people to utilize your services because of the knowledge and experience of dealing with multiple claims. It is a very tedious, very detail-oriented thing to do.
Yeah.
And to think you can tackle it by yourself is really noble in its efforts, but you could be selling yourself short.
And I understand not wanting to wait, right? I understand, like, I want to get my claim in, I want to get it filed. And a lot of times people come to us for the appeals process, if they've tried to file on their own, which is fine. You have a right to file however you want, like you said. But we're happy to help, even if they just want to come in and discuss with us what they're thinking about doing, and we can kind of give pointers and some help. That's wonderful too. I did, as you guys requested, I did speak with RTA about that van program. Yeah, so they had told me that there was a cost to the county, and I believe she said approximately $600. I could be off on those numbers. And then it was basically like a cost sharing type program. And then we would have to provide the volunteer drivers. And then I think the difficulty would be coordinating the number of rides that's needed per month. She was unsure of what that number was, but there's a certain number of rides that need to be coordinated for the month. That could be difficult with volunteer drivers and with kind of the sporadic nature of sometimes the cycle of who needs rides and who doesn't. So I reached back out to her again to get a little more of the specifics on it. I did hear from our contact for the van program that we're trying to use through the VA. And he said they received our van, but it needed repairs. So it's currently in repairs. I can't remember if I said that last month or not, but that's where that is at the moment. We do have 1 volunteer driver that is all the way through the process. So when we do get that van, we do have 1 volunteer driver that could at least start right away. Okay. So that's kind of where we are with that discussion. The upcoming events. So next week, Thursday, is our drive-in movie event. We're very, very excited. I think we're up to 20 vendors now that will be there, 19 or 20 vendors that'll be there. We opened it up to not just veterans, but the active duty military in the area and the National Guard. It's a great way for us to get our name out there to potential people who might not think of us, right? It's like, hey, we're here for you too. We can help with benefits and things. Proof of service will be checked at the gate. There's going to be prizes, the resource vendors. Every military member, past and present, receives a free small pop and popcorn from Roy. There will be 20% off the concession stand. Family members are welcome to attend. We're going to show Monuments Men, so I'm kind of excited about that. It's kind of a neat part of history that a lot of people don't know from World War II. And Iowa Department of Veterans Affairs is on the schedule to bring the Liberty Bell. So, yeah, that'll be neat too. And then June 18th, Veterans Appreciation Dinner hosted by the VFW at Together We Build. And we'll be participating in this event as well, and they have several resource vendors lined up. So I don't know if there's any.
Do we have any questions for Ruth?
No, appreciate it.
Yeah, I just applaud everything you do. It sounds busy. We've got no negative feedback, which is always good, but it's much appreciated. It's a very active group, so.
Yeah, no, we're happy to do what we do. So thank you.
So with that being said, I did send you the Veterans Affairs April 8th meeting, so I'd like to have a motion to accept and place on file the April 8th, 2026 Veterans Affairs meeting minutes.
So moved.
I would second that.
Got a motion by Mike, second by Nan to approve and place on file the Veterans Affairs meeting minutes for April 8th, 2026 meeting. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now, Ruth, one thing, we did have somebody apply online to be part of the Veterans Commission. But either we can't see their name or they didn't fill it in. So it was an online thing. So we're putting this out there. If you filled from Springbrook, if you filled out something online, kind of maybe do it again. Or if they reach out or you would, but somebody did apply to join the Veterans Affairs Commission or the Veterans Affairs Commission. We just don't know who they are. It's all.
Well, hopefully they send in their name or call the office even and let us know. Hey, we
Yeah, so put the name put the word out there if we can. We're curious to know who you are, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, I think we're down. Are you down 2 members?
Well, we will still have a full board until June,
Yeah.
and then in July we'll be down 1.
Okay.
Yep.
I know I talked to one of your members now, and they thought he had couple people that may be interested, so I don't know.
That would be wonderful.
If this was one of them, but yeah,
Sure.
again,
Yeah.
and I sent it back, and I said, yes. I don't know if there was a follow-up with it or not, so.
Okay. Excellent.
If we can see who emailed it to us or where it come from, it comes to the county.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all I can see is. How
It
much
comes to the county, website, beyond who, do we know who
It comes
sent
to
it?
you. It does, you should have that application in your inbox. It doesn't-
I have it. It says on all it says name blank address, comma IA, no email, no phone. Wants to be part of the Veterans Affairs. Are you qualified elector? Yes. Do you live within the city in Jackson County, city or township of Springbrook? Want to be new and challenging. It would be new and challenging for me. It would be good experience. Served in the Navy and a Vietnam veteran. Served on the Eastern Iowa Regional Housing Authority Board. That's all we know, but no name.
Is there a link up on top who it come from?
The Jackson County website.
Okay.
So I'm curious to find out who you are, Mr. Person IA. We don't know. So other than that, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. Have a wonderful
you.
rest of your day.
You too.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Jaden Shekel, County Engineer.
Morning.
Hello.
First up is a utility permit. It's for the city of Lamont. It's for a water main replacement for their new municipal well. So there's city's engineer submitted plans to us. We reviewed them and we just had a few changes as far as, or few notes we wanted added, like they have to get into some of the pavement for water services. So, just to note the proper DOT standard that should follow for the type of pavement that it is, those changes. Through all that, they made those changes, added some notes to the plan, so they made all of our revisions. So with all that, our office recommends approval.
So you sent all the documents with that?
Yeah, it was a whole.
I don't remember how many blocks it was or what feet it was, but
Very
Yeah.
little's actually in that.
I can see the engineering expense involved with all that diagrams and paperwork and, it's,
It's cut and paste mostly. But
it's just how wide a section are they going across that county?
So it's gonna start about right across from where Midwest Legacy Beef is, at the Lamont Recreational Center, yeah. And gonna go east until it gets into city limits where it's, I don't know how far east it's going to city limits. There's only a few 100 feet-ish that are within our jurisdiction, within the county, outside of city limits. So,
But you're good with it.
yeah, and there's water main there existing. They're
Yeah.
just upsizing it.
4 inch of 8
For,
or something.
yeah, so it's not like it's new, they're just replacing the outdated and undersized infrastructure.
And they've met all your requirements. that you guys-
There's a lot of restrictions and requirements they gotta meet to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess that case, I'd make a motion to approve.
I would second.
got a motion by Nan, second by Mike to approve the City of Lamont's utility permit for a water main replacement municipal well. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Next up is a road vacation request. So we have been submitted a request from all the adjacent property owners along 133rd Avenue. It's a level B road that is between 150th Street and 162nd Street.
And it's impassable because the bridge has been removed, or is the bridge still there?
The bridge is still there. It is closed and it's been closed for quite some time. I don't know the exact date, but it's been closed since before my tenure here even. And
Do you know where it's at?
Well, I'm not exactly familiar, but I can tell about where it's at.
Just,
so there's the bridge right there.
yeah.
And
Do we have to do anything with that bridge?
so yes, I will work, my plan is to work with the county attorney's office on what to do for the disposition of that bridge. There's really two ways you can, other counties have handled it. Either you remove the bridge completely so the reason why that is we have easement, we have the right of way via easement. We don't have fee entitled to it. So where the actual bridge is an asset we as the county own, so we have to basically dissolve of that asset. And basically it's done in one of two ways. One is to remove it completely, or two is to sell it to the adjacent landowner for $1.
Right.
Just
So we
basically,
did this before down by Sebula. When we closed that road, there was a bridge on there that we agreed to no more maintenance and da.
I know it's been done, I'm gonna call it 184th Ave, well, it is 184th Avenue, near Fulton. There's a bridge
Yeah.
on Coconut River that was handled, I believe that was sold. The county sold that bridge for $1, but it was like $1 just to get rid of it. But when they vacated that stretch, that included the bridge on it over the South Fork or the North, I mean the North Fork.
North Fork. So people think we should have kept that and you could use it for an ATV cross and stuff now, but
You're proposing, the public hearing for when?
So yes, by code, it's best to have a resolution to set a date for a public hearing for
Okay.
vacation. So, with that, I would propose June 23rd. Because that gives us enough time, private code to send out all the certified letters to the adjacent landowners.
9 AM.
Yes, yep.
We certainly need to have some look at it, yeah.
And so the request is from the adjacent landlord because they've, as commonly happens along roads like this, people just dump garbage and they're always picking it up and.
Again, you can't get through it, so there's not really a big turnaround spot in it.
So
No, and so.
are we vacating both ends then? Like, we get to the bridge, we can't get through it, so.
So it'd get vacated up to, this is the north end, up to basically that driveway, because that would give our grader a spot to turn around if need be. I know this is still level B, but if we ever need to do anything along here, it still gets us access. Well, and he would have,
Zoom back out.
Okay, so. Again, if we put a gate up there, it's not gonna do much good unless they put some more fence up to it.
well, by vacating it, it's actually like they could put a fence right down the middle. I mean, we no longer have right of way, so there wouldn't be a.
Zoom back out again. Oh,
It's not like a level C that would be gated. They're actually wanting to vacate it completely.
But what's that? Right there where he was just at, that darker, like there's buildings, farmsteads there.
Yep, they have like cattle yards there.
So
okay,
And it's the same property owner from up the north.
from the north.
Yep.
So that would basically be his lane then or whatever.
his
Yeah.
driveway. Okay,
And then he had signatures from, I believe, all of the adjacent property owners along there, because they just had multiple parcels.
so this has to be a resolution,
Just to set the
resolution number 11,
1184.
1184. Thoughts of the board?
So tell me what the resolution or what we're doing here with the motion. We are,
This would be to simply
Just set
set
a
a date
pub-
for a public hearing, so that way.
The motion would be to set a public hearing date for June 23rd at 9 AM.
okay, so then simply run through the rest of the procedure after the public hearing.
Yeah, so we'll hold the public hearing and that's when people for or
Yeah.
against it can come in.
Yeah.
And then it would ultimately come to a decision that day or subsequently, but
So
we're
we're
not deciding on to vacate it today.
because we have a lot of parameters to figure out yet as far as the bridge and whatnot.
Yep.
I would make that motion to set the date for the public hearing.
I would second that.
We got a motion by Mike, second by Nan to approve resolution 1184-05-19-2026 to set a public hearing on June 23rd at 9 AM for a public hearing on the vacation of land on 133rd Avenue. Right?
Yeah.
Any other discussion?
So all the local property owners get notification of this besides whatever's in the paper and posted on our website. So only thing I hear all the time, I didn't know it. Well, we've been doing it for a year and a half.
Yeah.
What was in the paper, it was here. I said, I can't make you read the paper, but just.
So yes, they will all get, Iowa code where all the adjoining landowners get certified letters and you, as the board of supervisors, also get a certified letter from our office.
I look forward.
And any affected utilities also get a letter as well, because if like there's overhead wires, they still maintain their easement, even if the right were to vacate it, they maintain theirs, so utilities are also notified as well.
And we're gonna do the plan is to do the whole road, so from 150th Street.
Up to that entrance of that,
Is that entrance at the 150th Street side or up on the?
that's the 100, so this is
162.
162nd, yep.
Okay.
150th.
Oh,
So it's on about a mile, roughly,
Yeah, 3/4 of a mile.
3/4.
so on this end, we
That's
vacate
150.
from the pavement though,
Correct, yes.
okay.
Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
And the last is an entrance permit, residential entrance for David Stevens on 98th Street, Farmers Creek Township, section 31. We have done the checks. It does not require culvert. It does have sufficient site distance both ways. So our department recommends approval.
Make that motion.
I would second.
Got a motion by Nin, second by Mike to approve a residential entrance permit for David Stevens on Farmer Creek Township, section 31 on 98th Street. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Anything else for the good of the meeting? Bridge construction's going well, reclaiming.
Yep, so Channelworth is still working on getting pile driven they haven't started yet, but working on the pier and Coffer Dam to do the pier construction on the south side. C-15 bridge is in the process of forming up and false work and decking to pour again probably in the next couple of weeks. And reclaiming, with the rain has been put to a halt, but once it dries up again, we'll get back at it.
We needed the moisture and some of them roads were getting dry and washboardy at the intersections and hills and so it helps a lot when we do have some moisture and get back down. We can maybe fix them up a little bit, touch them up, but. Honestly, we've been doing the reclaim here for what now, 4 years or 5?
I think this is year 4.
Okay. And honestly, I had a couple more comments north of Lamont. You must have been working up there lately.
I know one
And
crew's
it's
been up
like,
there.
maybe it's the first one they ever seen, but they decided it was the cat's meow, I call it. And it was.
I believe some people are, most of the residents have been on at least one
Yeah.
reclaimed road. Now
Yeah,
they're,
no, they really thought it was a huge improvement and they appreciated it. I said, well, it's been going on for just about ready for the second cycle here, so.
Hopefully people do realize the concerted effort the board has made trying to rehab and recondition the roadways throughout Jackson County and clear the right of ways out. And so, cause I personally think of as many roads as I've been driving over, you know, all the different ones I've driven in the last 4 years, it's made a large difference.
You know,
Huge
just
difference.
an example like that in the morning, early morning, when I take the route or something, you know, you expect after an inch of rain that you get on these, you're gonna be mushy. They're solid.
yeah,
I mean, you get on them, they're solid, because the water runs off. And they're just solid if you stay.
you'll dust flying the same day if it rains overnight and it doesn't rain anymore that day. You
Yeah.
generally have dust flying. That's
Yeah,
the
no,
day.
yeah,
Well, and the fact that it seems like we're saving a lot of rock, which has allowed us to do some other things and it's really worked well. I appreciate it. Some people do talk about, well, maybe there's a little bit too much crown, but again, you get back to the shaping after the fact when they're set down and they're packed down pretty good,
Yeah.
so.
It works down shortly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially going into winter when they start, you know, you get freezing conditions, they or not V-pick, but they'll grab rock from that center and kind of decrease that crown through the winter months, so.
Yeah.
I thought it was actually getting too dry to reclaim because the other day I was sitting up on top and I looked at, it just looked really hazy and it was just dust and dirt just flying across the county. It was reminiscent of like a dust bowl kind of thing, how dry it's been getting, so.
If we didn't get this rain, yes, the pin was probably gonna be pulled.
Yeah.
But this rain has now helped.
Do we still have 2 crews going or?
Yes, there should be once I don't know if it'll be tomorrow, but Thursday, well. Of course, that being said, this week is going into Memorial Day weekend and we have some personnel off or, you know, for the holidays, so I don't know how much, if we start reclaiming this week, I don't know how much, but yes, we have had 2 crews. One crew's been up north. I know one crew has been over on the west side of the county near Baldwin. They've been doing stuff by Iron Hill area, so we've had 2 crews going and I believe we're gonna start shifting over to. Oh, if the guys watch this, they're probably gonna be like, I should know this. I wanna stay over on the Springbrook eastern side of the county.
All the contracted rock has been hauled and we're going to it.
Yes, and so that didn't take the producers long at all to do that, and I like to believe we get the benefit now, or the public gets the benefit of all summer and fall of having that rock on the roads.
And again, when are they starting the Bernard Road overlay?
June 1st is when they're gonna show up to start construction. And I will actually, last week, our office sent out letters to all the landowners or residents, as I should say, that live on that stretch of road from E17 to the bridge. Just to let them know of the project and that there will be times when the paving occurs that they'll still have access to their driveway, but it'll be, I guess, limited to like by access via golf cart or if they have a side by side, what have you. So it'll be limited access or affected access is probably the best way to put it. I'll send you through that letter that we mailed them out last week. But I know that some of them have been getting them because we've had calls yesterday, just general questions. So,
And that's scheduled for what, 2 months to do?
yeah, about 2. They have like 55 working days, so about 2 months.
Okay, it's just, it'll be good to see how this works out because this is the first concrete overlay we've done, so.
Yeah, and once they get paving, I mean, once it's paved, there'll still be other work like shouldering and stuff like that where the road may be open to traffic, but it's gonna be limited to like putting up chevrons that we got safety money for.
Right.
Other stuff like that, or restoration work, so the bulk of the inconvenience is gonna be purely to paving.
Okay. Any other questions for Jaden?
Had comments also, had comments on the bridge, on the construction there on the, I'm gonna call it Springbrook Highway. Oh my God. It's coming right along.
Yes, and I know there's been a lot of people calling about when the dust control is coming for that project. That is scheduled for this Thursday because with the rain we've been having, that's set, I think, almost all of our applicators' schedules back. And the rain acts as a dust control temporarily.
I did get a complaint about. And I think I brought this up last year, who's ever applying the dust control down. In the Sebula area, I think they call it Pumpkin Center or whatever.
Mhm.
That they spray right over top of our bridges.
So we,
And it is a road where there's two bridges kind of close together, but
yeah, that area is,
I mean, do we do any recourse to our applicators?
so
Is that something we should be looking at?
it's probably something we can look at. In my time here, I don't think anything's been done, not to say it hasn't been done in the past, but. Yeah, if they spray up to our bridge, because they're supposed to stay, I believe, per our permit or policy, 50
50 feet back.
And the reason why we want them so far back is because that stuff is corrosive to our steel superstructure underneath, like on the steel I-beams underneath. That's why we want them to stay back, so they're not allowed to spray that, and yes, I guess we'll have to check on that, because if they do, there should be either a warning, like this is your last. I don't know if it'd be something to, this is your last chance of being an applicator in the county, or this is your last warning, and if it's not, if it's observed again, you're no longer in a blanket on the words here, an allowed applicator.
Perfect, yeah.
Because down there, yes, it is. I think there's actually 3 bridges in a very short stretch.
Yeah.
So yes, I will,
Maybe
we will check on that.
I've seen other ones, but again, that one I really had somebody call and be like,
I will check to see if it's been applied. Has it been applied yet that you know of? Has it? Okay, I'll have the guys go check on it. We'll follow up with that applicator.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
Yep, not a problem.
Have a good day.
Next up, we got Lisa from the auditor's office. You have the floor.
Good morning. I need a motion to approve the May 2026 meeting minutes as written by Auditor Smith and authorized publication in the official newspapers.
I'd second that.
A motion by Mike, second by Nin to approve the minutes of the May 12th, 2026 meeting as written by Auditor Smith, authorized publication in official newspapers. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
I need a motion to approve and authorize the auditor's office to issue warrants in the publication of the claims listing in the amount of $619,733.03.
I'd make that motion.
I would second.
Got a motion by Nin, second by Mike to approve and authorize the auditor's office to issue warrants and the publication of the claims listing in the amount of $619,733.03. Any other discussion? Few things, there's about $302,000 in the revolving loan fund payments that we approved that were in these. There was $90,000 in rock, there was some cement, and there was $60,000 deposit for a roof down payment. For the Hurstville Interpretive Center is finally scheduled to get their roof here pretty quick, so there was a payment on that. Those were the 3 or 4 big ticket items we saw that made up a bulk of almost 500,000 of those.
So
funds.
just so they know that, like the revolving loan and such, it is a pass through.
Right.
It's not coming out of the general fund, you know, revolving loan fund, yeah.
Right, yeah.
It's there, so.
Yes. Yes.
So, any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
I need a motion to approve a Class E retail alcohol license to SNK Gas and Food LLC, known as the Otter Creek Stop, at 18820 Bellevue Cascade Road, Zwingle, effective April 15th, 2026 through April 14th, 2027.
Move to approve.
I'd second that.
Got a motion by Mike, second by Nin to approve a Class E retail alcohol license to SNK Gas and Food LLC, Otter Creek Stop at 18820 Bellevue Cascade Road, Zwingle, effective April 15th, 2026 through April 14th, 2027. Is this one of those delayed ones through the state or?
Well, I can tell you that the girls received a phone call from someone concerning this liquor license. And I was like, I don't have it. I haven't received it. And they were like, no, the state says you've received it. And I said, I have not. Long story short, it went to the city of Zwingle. This was the same thing that happened to the Zwingle Recreation Association. It was sent to the city of Zwingle. The problem that I'm really gonna have is that I am gonna go back and call out to the state because I like to go back to go forward. And I don't see that we approved it last year either. So I'm wondering if the city of Zwingle approved it last year when they shouldn't have. So I'm gonna be contacting the state to make sure that
Okay.
we take care of that.
Well, yeah, and just so they know that this is where it should come,
Yes,
you know.
yeah.
And I know Zwingle doesn't have a full-time staff.
Right.
And
They've had some
they-
changes and I know
changeover
that,
and-
yes,
So,
yes. So-
Any-
Maybe the state needs to add something to their thing as far as are you a county or a city?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
City resident.
I-
Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
I do need a motion to approve a fireworks permit to Leisure Lake Property Owners Association, on the levee to shoot fireworks on June 27th, 2026 at dusk with a rain date of September 5th, 2026.
Make that motion to approve.
I would second.
Got a motion by Nan, second by Mike to approve a fireworks permit for Leisure Lake Property Owners Association on the levee on June 27th, 2026 at dusk with a rain date of September 5th, 2026. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Need a motion to approve resolution 1185-05-19-2026, certifying delinquent Leisure Lake sewer assessments to the county treasurer for property tax collection effective May 5th, 2026.
Yeah, I read this over and I thought it looked like a little more than last time around, but maybe not, about the same.
I think it's very
Similar and same,
I know that we had some payments come in here recently.
they usually come around, yeah.
Yeah,
before
and
the
you know, this is subject to tax sale. So,
Yeah, yeah.
I know that they're trying to send some notices out to let people know that this really should be paid or this could be sold on tax sale.
Yeah, that's the changes we made into that to move that along, so.
Yeah.
And that board too is trying to make changes to.
Yeah, and I appreciate their efforts there too, to keep that moving. I would make that motion.
I would second that.
Got a motion by Mike, second by Nin to approve resolution 1185-05-19-2026, certifying delinquent Leisure Lake sewer assessments to the county treasurer for property tax collection effective May 5th, 2026. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
And since you mentioned the $60,000 for the roof replacement at the Hurstville Interpretive Center, they have entered into a contract to have this roof replaced. It is in the budget for next year. It is not in the budget for this year. We have received some money. I know that there was some, I'll say deliberations, a very deep discussion about how much money Jackson County should receive. We have received that money. But the contractor that was awarded the contract wants a $60,000 check before that company will order the shingles. So with that being said, and looking at the budgets, you know, we deal with fund function service area. And writing this $60,000 check has tripped that we will need to amend the budget. So I am asking today for a motion to approve setting a public hearing for June 9th, 2026 at 9 AM for a fiscal year 26 budget amendment.
Is
So-
there anything else that we need to amend while
We're gonna take a look at it.
Okay.
When I was visiting here.
I think this will be
Yeah.
about the last chance we could get.
We still have questions concerning a department. So we will be looking at that between payroll between here and the end of the year and any other expenses in this one department. So we definitely know that we will be dealing with the conservation. And we specifically want to look at another department to make sure that we have enough money in that department. So I guess stay tuned.
Motion to approve to set the public hearing for June 9th.
Second,
Got a motion by Nin, second by Mike to approve setting a public hearing on June 9th, 2026 at 9 AM for the FY 26 budget amendment. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
That's all that I can for the board today.
All right. Any boards or commissions?
Transfer station's open.
Yeah, talked about it on Just Talk.
No, we had a meeting yesterday, all's going well. I mean, the office is not complete, of course. And the other really good news is, it's all completely on budget. I mean, they had the projections done for the rest of the work that needs to be done, and the commitments that need to be made, and it's all squared up with the budget, so. I mean, that's good news. I've been really, really busy. Honestly, I have seen some sites around that we're getting a little concerned about with nuisances, and honestly, since it's open, I think they've been cleaned up and deposited, so.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, no, I mean, you often wonder,
it's needed.
if that's what's going on. I guess you don't give it a thought until, hey, they got no place to go with it, so.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
My one board that I sit on for the early childhood, as I mentioned in the past, they have a director that is retiring. We were looking at going down a direction of maybe a partnership with somebody else. And the state isn't happy with the partnership, so we're looking into things further. So there's been several special meetings on just meeting for that, trying to get this all in place before July 1, which is coming up quicker than we all know, so.
I have a JCA meeting tonight. One of the things we're talking about, and I wish I would remember to talk about it with Ruth here, is when we became a home-based Iowa county, one of the things it took is there's some initiatives to support veterans that maybe are moving back in the county or getting employed. And to date, none of them have been applied for. You know, the JCA sets up aside 10,000. I think there's homeowners assistance, there's some employer benefits. Nobody's ever applied for it, so we got to look at what we can do. Maybe some more aggressive advertisement of it, maybe tie together with the benefit, the veterans movie, and get the word out there a little bit more, so we can do something about that. This afternoon, well, I called a meeting of the Macocota River Water Management Authority, so we could talk with the executive committee and maybe look at benefits and salary of the new director when we get one hired, because we got 2 applications. They are very qualified, and we will be conducting interviews on Thursday. So hopefully we will have resolution on that and we can get that back and going. That's all I got. Nothing else for the board?
I do not.
Motion to adjourn.
I would second.
Got a motion by Nin, second by Mike to adjourn. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Have a good day, everybody. Meeting's adjourned.